Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai. Kalalalium La Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of greatness, so in the salutation to the 144,000 men, the 1/3 men, women, and children elect to be saved. Alright? Yahweh being Heavenly Father's name, and Yahushai being His Son's name. The only two names whereby we can be saved and receive salvation in these last days. Right? So I was watching this series. The boys, like with superheroes and these regular people trying to kill them, because of the reckless abuse of power. And one of these characters said something that resonated with me, and I want to do this lesson, Lord willing, I pray that edifying. All right. So let's play the clip first.
When Yalomi once said you died twice. Once when you stopped breathing, and again when somebody utters your name for the last time. When Yalomi once said you died twice. Once when you stopped breathing, and again when somebody utters your name for the last time. When Yalomi once said you died.
We died twice. Once when you stop breathing, and the other time is when someone stopped watching your name, and then we asked her for her family's name so they could live on a bit longer. Alright? Now we know that the Most High name will live on forever. And we know that the name of Israel can live on forever. But as for the wicked, their names are not gonna live on forever. As in talking about glorious men or of the heathens, But there's one particular heathen race, if you will, the Edomites. Their name shall be blotted out forever and ever, So let's get into it. This is Psalms 41 and verse 3. It's lesson kind of lengthy, but bear with me. It says Psalms 41 and verse 5. It says, "Mine enemies speak evil of me. When shall he die and his name perish?" See that? And that's why we watch these things, because we that's exactly what he's saying. That's exactly what that guy Urban whatever, right? Somebody was quoting. Our enemies speaking evil of us. They trying to scandal our names, tarnish our names, and so forth. The scriptures talk about the accusers day and night to our power. Alright, it says, "When shall he die and his name perish?" So we want to know when he can die and when shall his name perish. Alright, let's go to Nehemiah. Let's see who are our enemies. Nehemiah chapter 5 and verse 9. It says, "Also I said, it is not good that ye do aught. Also I said, it is not good that ye do. Ought ye not to walk in the fear of our power because of the reproach of the heathen, our enemies?" So all the heathens are our enemies. Once you're not an Israelite, which are people of what we would call Amerindian or Native American, of Latino and Afro descendant. And then those that could accept this word, because they are Israelites that would look like the so-called heathens, alright? And those that could accept this word, once you believe in this word and you're applying it wholeheartedly and so forth, you're an Israelite, Jake has certain mannerisms, that you can read about in the scriptures in Genesis 49. Yahweh Shai mentioned about us having salt, and that goes back to how creative and talented and how skilled we are and so forth. Yeah, you know, because we're different type of people, because we were made to worship Yahweh Shem Yahushai on the forefront. You know, and to teach the heathen how to worship Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because if we be those men, we're the first of many fruits. Alright, first of many brethren. So now that we know who are the heathens and their name shall be blotted out forever, let's go to we ask him, when shall his name be blotted out? And that's when Yahweh Shai return and deal with them accordingly. Alright, this is Psalms 9 and verse 5. It says, Thou hast rebuked the heathen, thou hast destroyed the wicked, thou hast put their name, thou hast put out their name forever and ever. So the Most High will destroy the heathen and put out their names forever and ever. That's thus say the Lord, not us, right? That's what the scripture says. And that's why they fight if to keep us down. Alright, and you see in the lesson why I put together these precepts through the Spirit, because you know these heathen. I was even watching this someone's WhatsApp status. Some guy was saying he's X, Y, and Z, and this country gotta prosper. He was saying out his name. Now I'm gonna say his name. I can't even remember it, to be honest. But he was saying that this country can prosper. This country can prosper, and this, and you know who's me? You know who's me? You know? Yeah. Let me get this precept in thing after I read this one in Psalms. This is Proverbs 10 and verse 7. It says, The memory of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot. Alright, the memory of the just is blessed, the name of the wicked shall rot. And that's why the Bible has been greatly disputed, because this book is so profound and so prolific that Esau and the heathens. Let me see here. Yeah, this is Psalms 49 verse 11. It says, Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They called their lands after their own names. So when I was quoting that guy, and he was saying, you know who's me, who's me, this country and thing, this is according to prophecy. They honestly think that this thing will continue forever. Slack you a minute. Yeah, so they think they got, they got forever in this place, you know what I'm saying? But the most I can break the heart, so to speak. You know, this Proverbs chapter 10 verse 7 says, The memory of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot. So let's get who's the wicked. Let me show you who's the wicked through the Spirit. Right? This is Malachi chapter 1:4. It says, Whereas Edom saith, We are impoverished, we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts. See, thus saith Yahweh of hosts. Yahweh, gave them the power to do that. It says, They shall build, and I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness. Alright, so they're the border of wickedness. They're the leading wicked people of this earth right now. And the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. So the Most High have a righteous anger against them forever. You know what I'm saying? So let's get Hosea 2:17. Says Hosea chapter 2 verse 17 says, For I will take away the names of Baalim out of their mouth, and they shall no more be remembered by their name, and they shall no more be remembered by their name. So even these wicked gods shall no more be remembered, These wicked gods that these heathens gave us, So, and that's we gotta understand the importance of a name. The importance of the names Yahweh Hashem Yahushai at that. It's not just something you take lightly. You know, you just like whatever name is, what the name is. You know, doesn't matter. It has many names and all that nonsense. There's a specific reason. It's about reputation. It's about power behind those names and the glory that that name had done. You know, this is Zechariah. It's like Zechariah chapter 30 verse 2. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh of hosts, that I will cut off the names of the idols of the land, and they shall no more be remembered. And also I will cause the prophets and the unclean spirits to pass out of the land." Right? So the Most High is going to get rid of all these idols and all these unclean spirits and the prophets that teaching these unclean spirits, right? So yeah, so and you know, our people idolize the heathens, you know. Our people idolize Esau, our people idolize the Ishmaelites, they idolize the Chinese, everybody they idolize except Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know. For lack of a better phrase, I'm saying that, right? But idolizing Yahweh which means to praise or to put on a pedestal. Just give some clarity on what I'm saying. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, verse 1 to 4. It says, "For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright, our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave." All right, so the Most High gave them an understanding, but if they had trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, they'd understand that this resurrection life, because they discard the Yahweh Shem Yahushai word. You know, they turn on to wickedness. It says, for we are born at all adventure, we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall hereafter, we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. See that? For the breath in our nostrils is a smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air. And our name shall be forgotten in time. And our name shall be forgotten in time. And you see that? And our name shall be forgotten in time. And no man shall have our works remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be disappeared as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. All right. So if you read the rest of the chapter, you're supposed to know that, you know, that this, because of this, they gonna persecute us, right? But it's fine, because they know our name's gonna live forever, right? They know, but you know, the wicked gonna be the wicked. You know, I'll praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This precept right here. This is Job 18, verse 5. We're gonna jump down to 16. I read this chapter again the other day. My Yahweh Shem Yahushai is dread, yo. Job chapter 18 and verse 5, it says, "Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine." That alone should drive fear in us. I give Yahweh Hashem praise and glory that we are Israelites, you know. But again, at the end of the day, it's our party, Yahweh Hashem glorious. Well, none of us could naysay nor gainsay, and that's why we were made to give Yahweh Hashem praise, you know. This is Job chapter 16 verse 21 says, "His roots shall be dried up. His roots shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. His remembrance shall perish. His remembrance shall perish from death, and he shall have no name in the street." See that? His roots shall be dried up beneath, as in from the time he began, you know. You know, like from a seed, the first Edomite, you know, shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. See, from the top to the bottom. I go back to Obadiah chapter 1, says they shall be for stubble. It says verse 17, his remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. See, he's go about naming all these places and so forth. Nobody shall utter his name in the street either. Nobody won't want to think of him. It says he shall be driven from, and it's like them superheroes too. You know what I'm saying? People remembering all these superheroes that Esau created. Batman, Superman, and Hulk, and Thor, and all these stuff like that. You know, people remember those things because it create this happy fantasy of how they're saving the world and whatnot, and how the glory of fighting the evil. But nobody remembers the evil. You know what I'm saying? And that's written throughout Yahweh Shai's purpose and will. You know. Just to reference that. Verse 19 says, he shall never have a son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings. They that come after him shall be astonied, which means astonished, at his day, as they that went before were affrighted. Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not Yahweh. Alright, so they choose not to know Yahweh Shem Shai. What's to know Yahweh Shem Shai? That he's merciful and he excites loving kindness, but also wrath comes from him, and that's his wrath. The Most High raising these people up so that you can bring forth his wrath and prove his point. But don't worry, Esau, you can come back as another heathen. You know, as another heathen. Because the scripture says the families continue forever, roughly paraphrasing in Ecclesiastes 3 in the last verse. Alright? And then it's like, like the scientists like to say, energy is not destroyed, it's only transferred. So his spirit will be transferred to a heathen family or whatever. Alright, so with that, I pray that this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Bakakwadash, double honor to the apostles and elders of greatness, so on salutation to the 144,000 men, the 1/3 men, women, and children that to be saved. Dwadi Abashim Yoshai, Abad Babal, Abad Babal, Abad Babal. Shalom, Brakta.